Today we are making homemade pesto pizza. Not only is this pizza so crazy delicious, but it's so easy to make, and it's partially thanks to this pre-made crust. But don't get judgy, we're gonna bring in some really amazing fresh ingredients to spruce it up, and it's gonna turn this really simple pizza into a gourmet pizza in less than 20 minutes. We're gonna need about 1.5 cups of fresh mozzarella cheese. As far as I'm concerned, you cannot make a gourmet pizza without fresh mozzarella cheese. It melts down differently and the flavor is phenomenal. Mozzarella is good and torn. Now what I'm gonna do is lay down a few paper towels. Fresh mozzarella has a fairly high water content, and so to help get rid of some of that water, what I'm gonna do is just lay it in between some paper towels, roll up the towel, and see if I can press as much moisture out of the mozzarella as possible. During the baking process, you'll see that this cheese is inevitably going to release a little bit more moisture, but again, we'll just bring in our friends, the old paper towels, and take care of business. The next topping we're bringing in, fresh Roma tomato. You only need 1 tomato. We're just gonna cut it into thin slices. All of the toppings have been addressed except for the star of the show, which is this homemade basil pesto sauce. Here's how you make it. You'll add 1 cup of basil leaves, 1 clove of garlic, a heaping 1/3 cup of pine nuts, 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese, 2 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon juice, 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, and a generous pinch of black pepper to your food processor fitted with a blade attachment. Process until the mix is looking mostly pureed, and then you'll drizzle in 1/4 cup of either high quality olive oil or avocado oil. So we've got about 2/3 cup of basil pesto, and I'm just gonna add this right here to the crust of our pizza. And I'm gonna reserve just a little bit for making pretty little dollops once the pizza's all baked. Just spread it almost to the edges. You wanna leave about a 1-inch crust. Now we're going to add about 1 cup of our shredded mozzarella right over the top, and we'll lay down our tomato slices. And then I'm gonna add 1 more little sprinkle of mozzarella right over the top. Now we're gonna address the crust. I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of olive oil to a little bowl. Grab a little brush, and we're gonna paint the edges so they get nice and brown and perfectly golden. I'll take a tiny little pinch of salt, and I'm just gonna let it fall right along the edge of the crust. The pizza's gonna go in a preheated 450-degree Fahrenheit oven. We're gonna let it bake for about 10 minutes and then we'll check it out. Because of the moisture content of that mozzarella cheese, you're gonna see a few drips. So in order to get that really crispy crust and not smoke out your oven, placing a pan right below your pizza will really come in handy. Let's pull it. We have just a little bit of garnishing left to do, but I'm gonna come in with my paper towels just one more time and do just a teensy bit of dabbing to pull up any of that excess moisture from the top of the cheese and the tomatoes. It only makes sense to garnish basil pesto pizza with fresh basil. I've got a few leaves, just gonna roll these up and slice into them, and then sprinkle right over the top. We reserved some of that pesto earlier, and I'm gonna add just a few dollops over the top. And then we'll sprinkle with a little bit of kosher salt. And that is a gourmet pizza at home in less than 20 minutes. For more amazing restaurant-style recipes at home, be sure to check out my takeout playlist next.